Good morning, HF, and welcome to a brand new episode of VTV News Show. I'm Bria.
And I'm Zaria. It's day 2 of the intro classes taking over their airwaves. Yesterday you saw the first period classes, and today the show comes to you from the 6th period class.
We've been hard at work for about 2 weeks now, and I think we've got everything together for a pretty good show for you.
Before we get into it, we just want to remind you that next week is Senior Spirit Week. There's a dress-up day every single day of the week, and it starts on Monday with Dress Up as Your Future Self.
Make sure you're participating and having some fun as the end of the year comes to close. Counting today, there's just 13 days left of school.
That's pretty exciting. Okay, sit back and enjoy the show as we get things started with a short list of announcements.
Hey HF Speech Team Varsity members, varsity auditions for next season will take place this week. Individual events will happen today. Duet auditions will take place tomorrow. Sign-ups for auditions are posted on Google Classroom.
It's getting close to the end of the day of the school year, which means the library books will soon need to be returned to the library. All library books are due by tomorrow. Students who return their library books early will get a little treat. Please note this is only for library books, not textbooks. Please see Mrs. Rodriguez or Ms. Bagatella in the library with any questions.
Congratulations to Junior Kalapo Kawale, who won Edda's Ode to Food contest. Kalapo's piece is published on www.hfedda.org, and he will receive a Visa cash card. Runner-up was Junior Emily Thompson, who is featured on our website. Congrats.
That concludes your short list of announcements, but the track team had a big day. Here's Tristan with the scores.
Thanks, guys. Lots of scores are aired from action last night, but let's get into them. The past Wednesday, the varsity team won the SWSC Conference. Champions for the 6th straight season. The bonus is that for the first time in program history, we are champions of the varsity, and freshmen and sophomores in the same season. There were several highlights throughout the night. Most notably were the setting of 2 new school records and the 2 new meet records. So we're trying to meet record in the 200 meter with a time of 21.40 in the 4x100 relay of Soga. Robert, John, and JT set a new record of 41.03, which is also a new school record. Miles Ellis set a record for freshmen and sophomores, 300 hurdles of 39.88. Take a look at the list of all conference athletes. For the meet, next step in the IHSA sectional held at Lockport High School on Thursday. The boys volleyball team wraps up their regular season this week with 3 games. Tonight the team travels at Lincoln Way West, and then they're at home for a new celebration of senior night against Rich Township. They invite everyone to come to the Super and support the class of 2023 starting at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow at the South Gym. At the sports start and happening, make sure you send in the scores at VTV at hf233.org, and we'll get them on the air for you. VTV Sports, I'm Tristan.
The track team seems to be in a high gear going into the postseason, so I can't wait to see how they do this week at regional.
There's another kind of race going on at HF, but this one doesn't involve your legs to win first place.
Instead, the HF Auto Club uses a car they built to race down a drag strip. Our cameras went with them on a recent test run, so check it out.
The Homewood Flossmoor Viking Racing Team is gearing up for an eagerly anticipated race after a long wait. The Viking Racing Team is on the edge of their seats as they prepare for the upcoming race. After a practice race on May 6th, they are getting ready to hit the racetrack once again on the 21st. The team has been training tirelessly, pouring their passion and dedication into every lap. Mr. May, the head Auto Club sponsor, thinks the race team did a great job training.
Well, we can always do a little bit more preparation before the race day, but I felt like the race team did a really good job as far as training and growing during the race day as we were doing a lot of our training.
The May 21st race will not only be a chance for the Viking Racing Team to showcase their talent, but it will also let the team compete against other high school students. Mr. Brown, the new automotive instructor, has high expectations for our next race.
On the 21st, we'll have a first high school drag race in 4 years. I have very, very high expectations for the race team that day.
As the big day approaches, the Homewood Flossmoor community stands behind the racing team, eagerly anticipating their return to the track. The Viking Racing Team is looking forward to competing against other high school students on the 21st and will continue to put countless hours of effort to prepare the car for the win. Reporting for VTV, I'm Charlie Wachtel.
Where else but at HF Can you have a real drag racing car and get to enter a race? Pretty cool.
The speech team has also had its share of success this year and feels good going into the next year.
Charlie sat down with Mr. Mulling to get this exclusive interview.
Hi, I'm Charlie Simowitz reporting for VTV, and today we're here with Mr. Mulling to get some information on our Homewood Flossmoor speech team. Now that this past season is over, how do you feel it went?
I think this past season was great. One of the best things was that we are successfully rebuilding the team after COVID.
I know you weren't at the national tournament, but what do you think about the results?
Yeah, actually the national qualifier is relatively new for us. I think it was my second year here, and I've only been here for 5 years, that we did it for the first time. So to get 3 national qualifiers in the speech events and 1 in debate is, I think, a wild success.
How are you expecting the actual national tournament in June to go?
Again, I'm not too familiar with it. I've never gone myself, and I won't be attending this year. But given the talent of Illinois and everybody competing in our region, if you're able to qualify out of that highly talented pool, I'd say that our competitors have a really good chance to make some waves at nationals.
What advice do you have for anyone considering joining speech next year?
So you can talk to me in A21 or Mr. Lowe in G Building. He's the head coach of the speech team. And that way you can get that information before you get busy with other things over this summer.
Thank you, Mr. Mulling. Reporting for VTV, I'm Charlie Simowitz.
I'm sure we'll continue to see great things happening from our speech team, and we thank you for taking the time to sit down and chat with us.
As we said earlier, there are just 14 days of school left, and when those days pass, our senior class will be gone.
Once they're gone, they'll leave a void that the underclassmen will have to fill. And how do they do that? Well, they do it by listening to the little advice this year's seniors give.
Listen up, underclassmen. Here's some free advice from your senior class.
Since the end of the school year is approaching, we went around and asked some seniors what advice they would give to some underclassmen.
My advice for underclassmen is just to have fun, but don't make stupid decisions.
My advice to underclassmen is to don't lose focus, stay on track, and most definitely keep your grades up.
Advice? I'd say be yourself. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to like experiment and try different stuff. Whether it be like a hair color or like piercing or whatever.
My advice for underclassmen is just stay on top of your work, because if you don't do well, like let's say if you're like a freshman and you want to do well your sophomore year, it's gonna like really affect your GPA, because anything that like you get a bad grade in is gonna affect your GPA a lot. So yeah.
My advice for underclassmen would be to make a lot of memories throughout your whole high school career.
Lots of solid advice there, and we thank the wise seniors who were able to help us out with the segment.
Well, what do you think of the future of VTV? Did we do okay?
I thought it was a good show with a little bit of everything in it. And being our first time in front of the cameras, I think we did a pretty good job.
More shows are coming your way this week. Tomorrow, the second half of our 6th period runs the show, and we'll end the week off with 2 more shows on Thursday and Friday.
We enjoyed our show, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm Bria.
And I'm Zaria, forever here at Viking Television. Have a great day. We'll end the show today with a look at some future talents you may never have known about.
Yes.